kind of on a monthly basis, right after the final rent is due. So that morning when you come in, you're checking your Dropbox, getting all your checks, posting it, backdating the batches. And then that morning, let's say it's Colorado and it's the morning of the 4th, rent is late. So you're going to go through and do your late fee worksheet next. So the late fee worksheet, there's two different ones. There's late fee 1 and 2. So this is really designed if, let's say you have two contracts, maybe you're an acquisition property, we have to honor a prior contract from a prior management company, and then we have our contract and our late fees are different. That's kind of what those two are designated for. And then you would, once you determine if you have both or one, then you would go in and actually run the process date for all those late payments. So I'm going to go ahead and do, let's do 2014. And we'll give this just a second to calculate. Let's change this. Just 1 second here. Dates are kind of fictitious in here, so we'll just do a couple. Okay, so within here you can see all the different people that I have listed. It gives you their first name, last name, status, building ID, RM lease ID, previous, pending prorations, fees based on, and then if they're going to get billed. If you don't want to bill them, for whatever reason, you would uncheck that. Late fees, previous late fees, charges, what the formula they're using is. So it gives you a lot of really good, handy information. I'm going to go ahead and go through and just kind of limit our pool here a little bit so we can run through this a little bit faster. Alright, that looks like a good amount right there. So once I have everyone that I actually want to bill on there, I'm going to go ahead and commit them. It opens up a batch, it posts that money or those charges, and then allows me to go through and print my late letter. Kind of depending on where you're at in the country, you'll see all those in here too. So I'm just going to do my standard Carmel 3-day late letter and print that guy out. Here's your kind of like your closed batch report. And then here's the late letter or the 3-day letter. So very simple and easy, exact same process you would go through. Now let's say you're California or something like that and you have to do an additional step where you show that you had service of notice. Well, on the internet, which is where a lot of our resources are and kind of our one main driving area. I'm going to pull it up for you guys. They also have the thing on there for California that you can actually pull. Again, if you're at somewhere different in the state and you do similar things, this is a great resource and a great one-stop shop that you can use in combination with MRI. In order just to kind of control everything. So again, from the internet, where we resource drop down, residential services, California, declaration of service of notice to resident. So again, a lot of your stuff that you're looking for is going to be located on here, and then you can use this in conjunction with the 3-day printout from MRI. So. Okay, so once you have that all done, whenever you're done with the worksheet, just like the other worksheet, you're going to hit reset. That way the next person that comes in and pulls it can pull that information fresh. And then you would send out your 3 days, just like we kind of covered. So that's the late fee worksheet. One last thing is how it's knowing to pull this and how it's knowing that formula over on the side where this is pulling from. If you go from the resident drop down, select a resident. Let's search for them. And we'll go into Tim's. And in Tim's you can see, yes, it is charging the late fee, so it is indicating that it's pulling this. And you can see it's late fee D. And you can see all the different late fees in here. So also it's using this charge code. This is the minimum balance, current month, whole dollar. And if there was two late fees, two different contracts or whatever, you might see late fee 1 or 2, again, depending on the contract issue. So that's where it's pulling from.